Hi, I'm Gene Parente from Golf Laboratories. Previously, we discussed flex and its relationship to velocity. What I'd like to talk about now is what happens if you play the wrong flex. It's very interesting. With the robot that you see behind me, we can duplicate any golf swing. And in duplicating any golf swing, what we can do is lock a golf swing in and then test different flexes at different velocities and see what the results are. The launch monitors to my left record all of the initial club head conditions coming into impact and then the flight of not only distance but also accuracy. Now, what happens when you're playing the wrong flex? Let's take a 90-mile-an-hour R-Flex driver that is maximized and turn it up to 105 miles an hour. What can happen is the club head, which is designed to square the club at 90 miles an hour, is now being loaded that extra 15 miles per hour, and you can see the bending forces cause two things to happen. Number one, the club head trails, causing the ball to go to the right, and number two, the ball has a tendency of going lower. It's interesting. You see a lot of times with tour players, they hit an S-Flex driver unbelievably well, and they will hit it 10, 15 yards past their X-Flex driver, and you ask them, why won't you put this in the bag? And they say a very simple thing: I don't trust it under pressure. What does that mean? That means when they load that shaft, when they load their swing, when it's all on the line coming into 18, they want to make sure that that shaft is stiff enough to deliver that club head. And if the shaft is more flexible, which can potentially generate more velocity and therefore more distance, it's not worth it, because as it comes into impact, it can be trailing or open, and that can cause the ball to go to the right or out of bounds. So what we want to look at, not only for your everyday game, but also your pressure game, is to make sure that you have the right flex for your velocity. If your flex is too weak, then your consistency will suffer as you swing. If your flex is too stiff, you will not be maximizing the bend and release, and you won't be getting the maximum amount of energy out of the golf shaft. So it is really important to get measured as far as your club head speed, and then make sure that you have the corresponding flex to adequately swing your shaft and your club head effectively.